Hey everybody, what's happening? Robert Kennedy the third here, RK3. That's me in the house, just going live this morning, sharing a couple of quick tips, things that I'm learning about virtual storytelling. I don't know if you are like me, but over the last few months, it feels like we've been in quarantine, like we've been in this place forever, for a very long time. I was talking to somebody yesterday and we were just talking about how wow, like it's we've only been in this situation for 3 months, maybe going on 4 months now, but it feels like we've been here forever. And that's just crazy. And so over the course of that time, you've no doubt had the opportunity to see a lot of videos, to be a part of a lot of live streams, to be a part of a lot of Zoom calls, to be a part of a lot of meetings. And in that time, I'm sure you've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly of, of live streams and what it means to be on video. And so I don't just call those live streams. I don't just call those videos. I call them virtual opportunities for storytelling. Virtual opportunities to tell stories. And so over the course of the last few months, I think I knew some of this before. There are a couple of things that have just really impressed me, or I've really seen quite a bit. And I just wanted to chat about those for a few minutes this morning. Can we do that? Okay, I'm not going to spend long. I just want to do this really quickly. The number one thing, let me see if I can actually put this on screen really quickly. The number one thing is that you've got to, here we go, get to your purpose quickly. Got to get to your purpose quickly. Here's why. Because there's so many different options. There's so many different things that they're seeing. There's so many, they're in their feeds, they're scrolling by, and they want to hear what you've got to say. And if you are somebody that they like, know, and trust, or know, trust, and like, know, like, and trust, KLT, it doesn't matter the order. If there's somebody that they know, like, and trust, they're going to give you a little bit more leeway. But if they don't know you and they're not clear on what you're saying, they're not going to stay around, right? You've literally got 8, 9, 10 seconds to grab their attention or to say something that causes them to pay attention. Or not even say something, do something. Maybe it's that you're going to do something nutty. Maybe you're going to do something crazy. Maybe you're going to do cartwheels. Whatever it is that you're going to do, you've got only a little bit of time to grab their attention, right? And so what is it that you're going to do in order to be able to keep them there, keep them focused, keep them paying attention to you? Here's one of the things that I do. I know that I am a person that is, especially when I present or when I deliver messages, I tend to be energetic, right? And that's part of who I am, but also part of that is by design. What is it that what are you going to stop? What are you going to stop to look at? If you see a live stream with just a talking head sitting there, or if you're just scrolling by a live stream and you see somebody doing something like that, with talking with their hands and just being passionate and energetic, which one is going to cause you to stop? Right. And so that's one of the reasons that I inject or make sure that I bring energy into any presentation that I do. And because I want to engage, I want to attract, and I want to get to my purpose quickly. So, people aren't going to stay on for the entire time that I speak all the time, but they may come back, or it just allows them to stay just a bit longer. So make sure that when you are delivering a virtual story, when you're doing virtual storytelling, that you get to your purpose quickly. What is the reason that they're there? Okay, so that's number one. Let me see if I can get number two typed in here. Number two, and I'm only going to talk about two of these things today. All right, so here we go. Here's number two. Number two is that visuals make a difference. When I say visuals, here's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your background, your environment, the fact of whether or not they can see you, the area that you're in, your face, how you're dressed, what you look like. All of that makes a difference in visual storytelling, right? Why? I have seen too many virtual sessions where there's a presenter and either you can't see them or you're looking up at them like that, or their environment is distracting. There are books, there are unmade beds, there are wall just craziness all around them. There are curtains, there are sheets, there are things hanging that have paisley and stripes and polka dots all over the place, and it's just a very busy background, right? And so when it's that busy, when it's busy like that, you tend to distract the viewer. You tend to distract the learner. They're kind of trying to make out what is that thing in your background. They try to make out the patterns and they lose what you're saying because the background is distracting to them. Okay. And sometimes that might mean there are people in the background. So I want you to look kind of, and I'm not perfect either. I'm not saying that I am the epitome of what you should aspire to. However, there's some intentionality in my background. In my background, there's a screen, there's a monitor here, and there's some wording on there for a specific reason. There is a colored background here, and no, this is not a virtual background. It's not a green screen. It's an actual background, and I use that color specifically because my brand colors are blue and orange. Ooh, can you tell, right? My brand colors are blue and orange. And so typically when I'm on screen, when I'm on broadcast, I am wearing something blue, something orange, and that stands out, that contrasts from what's in my background. And when that is seen, people are able to just focus in on certain elements of that broadcast differently. Okay. And so as you are telling a virtual story, not only the story is not only what is coming out of your mouth, the story involves everything that is in your background. I want you to think about it this way. It's like when you're watching a play or when you're watching a movie, the characters aren't the only thing that exist. It's not just the characters and the storyline and what they're telling you, but it's the setting, it's the ambiance, it's the environment, it's the things around them that bring completion, that bring synchronicity, that bring consistency to that story. Okay, so if somebody is happy and they're excited and in the background there's lightning and gloom and black, that doesn't make as much sense as if they're excited and there's a playground or there's a sunny day or there are balloons or there's a birthday party. The setting, the physical setting, is very important to the story that you're trying to tell, and that is even so that's so much more important online. Okay, so two elements of virtual storytelling that you really want to pay attention to. I'll say the first one again. Number one, when you get into your virtual story space, get to your point really quickly. If you're doing a Facebook Live, don't wait 45 seconds to allow Facebook to build an audience or allow Instagram to build an audience, and then you've got people waiting for a minute. Get right into your message, get right to the point. Let them know what you're going to share with them, and then you can backtrack and build in examples of that a little bit later on. Second thing that we talked about was visuals. Your environment makes a difference. So I wanted to share those two things with you because it's really important now. If you're going to make a difference with your message, if you're going to make a difference with your story, if you're going to make a difference with your voice, it's important to understand the virtual world of storytelling. If you're not sure how to do that, I want you to join me in the Storytellers Growth Lab. You can do that by going to storytellersgrowthlab.com, or you can just go find Storytellers Growth Lab on Facebook. Okay. Matter of fact, there's something else that I want to share with you. I want you to look out in the very near future for a book. We're talking about storytelling. We're talking about the courage to speak, the courage to share. This is the preview copy. Let me see if we can bring it closer. This is the preview copy. You'll see this in a few weeks on Amazon.com. Find Your Voice, 28 Secrets to Inspire You to Speak Up. This is a new release, and I'll share a little bit more about that over the coming weeks. But I wanted to share that with you today, and it just to pique your interest and have you start looking out for that in the very near future. All right. I just wanted to share all of that with you. If you are a part of the Storytellers Growth Lab already, I want to remind you that tonight at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, we are doing the Storytellers Growth Lab happy hour. Make sure that you're registered and that you're a part of that. We're going to get to know each other. We're going to get to learn about each other, and we're going to hang out and have a little bit of fun. All right. Looking forward to chatting with you again soon. It's been a pleasure. Make today great.